I have a defective product that got damaged during shipment. It had glass that shattered, so I made a piece of plexiglass, made a covering. I'm going to redo it for the reasons of I didn't like the way it came out. It's scratched up, it has a little crack, and this is to be a waterproof product. So I hope it doesn't reflect of the review I'm going to do. I should get a replacement out of good faith from the customer. I have here is an old jigsaw, and I always have trouble with it. I have trouble with this part. Right now it's good, it's holding on. I don't have a plexi blade, but I got a fine metal thin blade we're using. I don't like this part here, metal on the plastic, it scratches. Painter's tape is a trick. We're going to put some on here so it can prevent the scratches while the plastic is on there. I got a pair of air muffs, and I have this piece here that when you get your product, you have to take it off to install it and reinstall it correctly. But I'm not sure if I want to use this pole at the given time. I may want to put something on there so I can hang this outside. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but I have a 12-volt system already hooked up. And this is for 12 volts. I don't know which is the 12-volt positive and negative. So I'm going to put an ohms meter on it, a fluke meter, and get it right, then putting voltage and burning it out. It is a spin display. During the day and night time, it advertises whatever logo you want to put on to dress up your area. Now, they didn't give a Allen key tool, so I now have to take things apart. I cleared out the glass. I want to take it off. I'm going to show you how I made the circle. The first thing I do want to do, is that a word? James Loxon, check him out, man. He's a great guy, does excellent vlogs overseas, and he looks at his words. Here we are. We're going to put some tape on. Just simply cover it up as close as you can. It may not stick. Masking tape would be better. But here we go. Just wrap it around. Do the opposite side as well. Clean off the junk before you put anything on. Get all the debris off. And then slide it on. I'm wrapping it over the edging here so it can stay on. Do the best I can. There I go. Too bad they don't make felt on this, so this way you can slide nice and smooth. I got the sun beaming in my eyes. I got 4 bolts need to be taken off, and I'm just going to spin them all off. I'll pull them out as I go along. Now this work table, 1997? People don't know that. 1997. That's an old table. A 1997 Honda CRV. Yes, indeed. February 9th, that car came out. So here we are. I got everything out. I don't want to lose these, and when I take this off, I'm going to put this to the side and take my plexiglass and put everything in here. Put this all to the side, out of my way. You need a magic marker. You have your circle, and you can't do the inside circle for the reasons of it'll go right through. So you need to turn this around. And I want to do it over here on this edge and not this edge. Now, 2 things I'm going to do. I'm going to hold this down the best I can and draw an outer circle. Now, problem is you don't want to move anything. You want to make sure everything stays. Your circle's never going to be perfect. Now, the inside circle, you're not going to draw down. You're going to draw on an angle. You want to get as close to the hole as possible. And let me show you overhead shot. Hold it down the best you can with the angle. Draw. Watch your thumb. You got to go around a little bit more and overlap. You did good. And I did a nice circle. Not perfect here. Now, I can't put this back on and say, hey, let me try to match my holes. Because you're going to come out and find out you're going to need to do just a little bit of a filing. So that's where I'm going to now cut this out. To see if I did a good job, I'm going to match up. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to try to cut on the outer hole the best I can. As you can see, this was the damage I did. I got all this extra. I can make another one. I could cut it off, but this is where I'm going to hold. I don't want to apply too much pressure on a thin piece of plexi. I want to start either here or here, depending on my handle. I want to come in, make my circle, and then spin this around the best I can, because this would be off, and then spin it around again and finish off my cut. Since I am a lefty, I'm going to be on the left-hand side. And I got myself air pieces. So let's get going. In a hole. Watch my table. Gently. Cut. Don't push it. Take your time. Back off. Bring in a little. I'm going to put this to the side. Take everything I need off the table in the way. Even though it's dirty, there's something that's going to be on here. I'm going to peel this off. Take the top cover off. I'm going to pick up my cover, take off the top piece, and I'm going to turn this around and fit it in. Perfect fit. Look at that. Now the inside should be clean, no dirt, and I'm going to simply match up my holes and decide if you want to put this on and stake it into the ground. Well, I don't think I want to stake this in, but I have to figure out what I want to do. I don't have to have this open because the actual screw goes down here outside, impossible to get your hand on. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get my fingers in there to lock that screw down. I'll get in there and show you how in a few. So let me make sure this slips on and sits in there properly, because that makes it weather resistant. That looks good, nice and clean. Place in my 4 bolts and start to secure them in so they lock into place. I don't want to crank down too hard, but I want to make sure it's waterproof by closing down. Secure down all bolts, and I have successfully weather sealed it up again. So let's turn this bad boy around, show you how we get this bolt and washer in. What you do is best to get both fingers in, Try one more time. Feel for the hole. Sometimes 3 times is a charm. Oh, I know what the problem is. I can't see with glasses. I need to put on better glasses. Oh, there I go. I got it through. Put the washer. Do your best to spin this on. Now you won't be able to get this on here and try to lock it on. You could use a pin nose pliers. But if you give a little force to hold it into place, you'll be able to secure it down. Here we go. It's catching. Now they got areas over here of interest that they cover up with a little bit of resin. And the reason they cover these up because you wanted to do a mount on the wall like so, you could hard mount it with those 4 holes or stake it into the ground. Now you have a 12-volt system to 110 VAC with this special capacitor. You hook up. We're ready to go and do our review. If you think a review is very easy to do when things come in broken, and this is what we have to do to make things right, and we wait upon the actual glass replacement from the company, Miss You, and we'll do a review on that. In the meantime, I hope this video may help you out if you have a product that has broken that you need to replace the glass with a simple piece of plexi. Sometimes the glass is a lot cheaper than a piece of plexi. But that's how you go about making things look right.